Long-haul driving at night relies on a sense of total isolation. For thousands of miles of empty blacktop, the only reality is the hum of the tires and the low glow of the dashboard. For insurance purposes, the driver uses a dual-channel dashcam. While one lens records the road, the other monitors the cabin, a feed the driver never checks. It is a purely bureaucratic tool, capturing nothing but hours of silence and lukewarm coffee. An 18-hour run from the coast leaves a person in a ghost-like state. By the time the SUV pulled into the driveway at dawn, the driver was navigating on instinct, exhausted and physically stiff. This level of fatigue leads to a critical lapse in security. The driver stumbled into the house, leaving the keys in the ignition and the car doors unlocked. The routine was interrupted at 3 p.m. by a phone notification. Storage full. Reviewing footage for overwrite. Usually a prompt for a quick deletion. This time, the driver opened the app to review the files. The feeling of being alone on the road created a psychological blind spot. By assuming the SUV was a private sanctuary, the driver remained vulnerable to anything occupying the space directly behind them. The driver selected a file from 2 a.m., recorded in the middle of a moonless desert. The grainy, green night vision shows the driver hunched over the wheel, staring at the road in the dark. While fast-forwarding through the monotony, the footage jolted at 3 a.m. The car hit a pothole, and for a microsecond, the interior cabin light flickered orange. The driver paused the frame and focused on the dark corner of the back seat. Using a photo editor, they boosted the exposure and contrast to pull detail out of the deep shadows behind the headrest. As the shadows washed out into gray, a face appeared. It was pale like damp paper, with dark pits for eyes and no hair. It sat perfectly upright, its head tilted at a sharp angle toward the driver's neck. The figure remained motionless for 2 hours. While the driver on the screen sang to the radio, the entity sat inches away, unblinking and silent. The recording continued for 60 seconds after the driver arrived home and entered the house. The final minute of footage shows the car sitting quiet in the driveway, with the entity still in the back seat. The digital record changes the context of the entire drive. Every mile of that journey was shared with a silent passenger that the driver never noticed. In the final seconds, the figure moved. It leaned forward, filling the camera frame with its featureless face until the image blurred. The driver turned the volume to maximum, pushing through the heavy speaker static to hear the audio captured by the dashcam microphone. Beneath the hiss, a wet, raspy voice whispered, "You forgot to lock the door." The timestamp on the file is from 6 a.m. this morning. Because the storage full notification is active, the camera is currently recording the present moment in real time. The time delay has vanished. The threat is no longer a recorded memory from the desert. It is an active presence in the driveway. The geography of the house offers no protection. The driver's bedroom is located directly next to the driveway, where the unlocked SUV is parked. The driver opened the live feed on the dashcam app. The interior of the car appeared empty, and the back seat was clear. Then, the camera's motion tracking motor whirred. The lens rotated 180 degrees, panning away from the seats to look out the side window. The live feed shows a grainy view of the house. The camera is staring directly through the driver's bedroom window. On the phone screen, the pale figure is visible inside the room. It is standing directly behind the driver's chair. The distance between the driveway and the bedroom has vanished. There is only the feeling of cold, damp breath on the back of the neck.